Good morning. I'm going to go over this worksheet, identifying elements on the periodic table. So this is just the intro to the periodic table, which I have here, and how to read it, how to find things on it. You've probably done this before, so this is a refresher. Now, the first part, I want you to identify different parts of the atom. And I'm actually going to go through this with you. So really, you're just copying these notes. Atom review, label protons, neutrons, electrons, and nucleus. So I have my image here, and on the inside of this atom, I've got two particles. One of them is a proton. So the one with a positive is the proton because it has a positive charge. Now this other one is our neutron. It is neutral. You'll see it has no charge to it. It's just the green color filled in there. So in the center portion, we have our neutrons and our protons. That center portion is called the nucleus collectively. So again, probably review, right? You probably learned this at some other point, maybe in middle school or even earlier. Now, besides the nucleus and the protons and neutrons there, we have these particles going around the outside, and that would be our electrons. They have a charge, and it's the opposite of the protons. The charge on electrons is negative. So we're going to cover this stuff again quite a bit more. Now down here, I just want you to start getting used to looking stuff up on the periodic table. So on the periodic table, we should be able to find these elements: hydrogen, oxygen, silicon, neon, and you're just writing down the symbol. So for instance, hydrogen, if I look on the periodic table, hydrogen is here, and the symbol is H. So I'm just writing H. Oxygen, I can find that on the periodic table over here, and oxygen has a symbol O. So you just write down that symbol. And that's what you're doing for 1 through 15, is finding those elements, writing down their symbols. Now, the next section is the opposite. I've got each symbol. Now I have to find it and write down the name. So Li. I look on my periodic table, I find Li, and that is lithium, and it has the name right there. So I'm going to write down lithium. And then number 2 is C. I find C on the periodic table, and that is labeled carbon. That's what the C is representing, the element carbon. So I write carbon down. And that's what you're doing for 1 through 15 down here, is just writing in the name of each one. All right, if you have any questions, let me know.